The Avocado by Geekvape Tech. It's a little bottom tank, RDA. This thing is amazing. And today, we're going to talk all about this thing. It's Vape AM. I'm Juicy Jones, and this is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I welcome you to our show. This is the show where you just wake up with me here, and we go through our gear, look at our vape meal, talk to friends. Sometimes we look up what's on sale and stuff. And today, I just want to go all over this. So that's what we're doing. And today, Vape AM, the avocado, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to talk all about it and build it. By Geekvape Tech. All right, we're back. So we're going to get this started. We're a little bit late. It's about 6:09. So at about 6:20 or so, we're going to start. Today, we're going to talk all about this thing. It's Vape AM and everything. Just for now, I'm going to spend a few minutes talking to you guys to our show. Maybe clean this is the show where you just wake up with me here, and we go through our gear, look at our vape meal, talk to friends. Sometimes we look up what's on sale. Love the avocado so much. And today, I just want to go all over this. So that's what we're doing. Today, Vape AM, the avocado, it's going to be awesome. We're going to talk all about it and build it. Warm right now. This has been like the warmest Geekvape Tech. All right, we're on record. So we're going to get this started. We're a little bit late. It's about 6:09. So at about 6:20 or so, we're going to start. Today, we're going to talk all about this thing. It's Vape AM and everything. Just for now, I'm going to spend a few minutes talking to our show. Maybe clean this show where you just wake up with me. And I'm so excited about this. I flew out of bed today so much because I know we're doing the show. I love my avocado. You know I do. Maybe the avocado. It's got some flaws. Let's see. It's so great to see all you guys. So thanks for showing up. It's Billy Marks. It's here. 225RC James. It's here. Steve Scott. Maybe we'll start. We're going to talk all about Mr. K-Fire. Awesome. Just for now. All of you guys are so great. Skeletor. And I'm so excited about this. I flew out of bed today so much because I have feedback. I didn't know I was doing the show. I do. Today, we're talking all about avocado. It's got some flaws. Let's see. It's so great to see all you guys. So thanks for showing up. It's Billy Marks. It's here. 225RC James. It's here. Steve Scott. Maybe we'll start. We're going to talk all about Mr. K-Fire. Awesome. And all of you guys are so great. Skeletor. And I'm so excited about this. It's so great to see all you guys. So thanks for showing up. It's Billy Marks. It's here. 225RC James. It's here. Steve Scott. Maybe we'll start. We're going to talk all about. Are we back? Is it okay? Okay. That should have muted and then come back. I'm so excited about this. It's so great to see all you guys. So thanks for showing up. It's Billy Marks. It's here. 225RC James. It's here. Steve Scott. Maybe we'll start. Okay. Are we back? Is it okay? Okay. That should have muted and then come back. I'm so excited about this. It's so great to see all you guys. So thanks for showing up. It's Billy Marks. It's here. 225RC James. It's here. Steve Scott. Maybe we'll start. Okay. Are we back? Is it okay? Okay. That should have muted and then come back. Okay, are we back? Is it okay? Okay, that should have muted and then come back. Okay, are we back? Is it okay? Okay, that should have muted and then come back. All right, I'm testing. Testing, 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 baby, testing. How do I sound? Is it still crazy? You guys can just tell me in a few seconds. Boo, 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 boo. It's good? I wonder if it's any good. Testing, testing. Roger, roger. Delta, delta. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you've got on? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's 6:15, 6:16. Welcome to Vape AM. Round 2. The Avocado by Geekvape. Tech. It won't focus. This thing is fantastic. Maybe my favorite atomizer. Maybe not. But it's got a few flaws. I'm going to tell you all about it. And this is Vape AM. I'm Juicy Jones, and this is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, if I didn't say that. Vape AM, the Avocado, round 2, because the sound got screwed up for the first 15 minutes, and I'm going to have to cut it off later. Cool intro. Wow. Okay. Thank you guys for being so patient and awesome. So obviously, this is like our kind of second try here, and I'm going to chop this off later. And I'm so glad that it sounds better. I'm so sorry. What happened was I simply had 2 YouTube windows open in the background like a stupid noob. So it was that simple. And I'm a dumbass. Thank you, and I'm sorry. So it all worked. So now that everybody has complained and said that I'm deaf and I'm going to die, more people have chatted in the thing, and I can tell you, say hi to everybody who came on. Oh, there's so many people in live chat. Thank you so much for coming. It's Mike Smith is here, still Mr. Cobra Fire, Steven Scott, Robbie is here, and Vaping for Beginners, and Skeletor and James. We're going to call those 2 because they've got avocados, and they're going to build with us. And Zach, Leaf of Vapes, which is great to see you too again. And Kevin Market, great to see you. Kevin Hanfin, 2 Kevins. And Carl Burns, it's cool to see you too. And JT and Dustin and Billy and William and more too. And so if I didn't get you, I'm sorry. It's great to see everybody. I know a lot of people watching our TV and work and stuff. So I am so excited. We're going to spend the first few minutes of the show just going through and cleaning up and chatting with the chat people and saying hi and laughing about my technical difficulties. And then we're going to get into building this thing. I'm going to tell you what I think. The first thing I'll do is tell you like my real review with the pros and cons of the thing. And then we're going to build on it, single and double coils. And then I'm going to show you the real way to wick it. Because everybody gets it wrong. And because it's against common sense. When you look at it, you'll see it doesn't really make sense. But when you start doing it and you start using it, you'll go, oh, it works great. So I'm so happy. So what's everybody vaping on? I'm vaping on my Avocado on my new vape mod with, I can't remember what juice is in this, to be honest. Oh, it's my DIY donut. Actually, Avery's getting a tooth pull today. I hope that's like in a good way. Like I can't wait to get that thing out. Yeah, because of the suction or whatever. Yeah. Well, he says he might not be able to vape for a couple of days. Well, I wish you luck. I hope that's cool, dude. Get some nicotine lozenges or something. Not gum, but maybe some lozenges if you need nicotine or whatever. Cobra Fire's got his RX200 and his Griffin. That is badass. I'm also vaping on my Noisy Cricket on this 0.6 I think it's 0.45 or 0.47 velocity dual coil Clapton, and this thing is so great. God, this is the worst thing to fill up in the world, but it really vapes like $1 million. JT Munn is vaping on his Hypno Stick with an Ammon RTA. That is obscure and cool. And Dustin Stewart's got his RX200 with the Griffin, and so I just hope you guys are doing great. You want me to show off my thing here a little bit? Look at that. Oh yeah, here, watch this. You like that? We need a better focus, don't we? It's slowly rotating. It has a little light. That's epic. Tell me that's not epic. JT Munn is vaping on his Galactica Minerva Squonker and an Origin. That is got to be the best vape ever. He's got a real Origin. That's got to be the best thing. And it's funny that because this is like a similar concept, but the origin is a much more complicated, better tasting vape. But this is trying to bring that kind of vape to the masses, the cotton wicking. Mr. Cobra Fire is asking me if we've tried the Joker juice yet, and the answer is yes. And in fact, I was going to tell you guys that I'm going to use today while we're doing our thing. I'm going to use these swag sauce juices. Come on, focus, jerk. These cameras never want to cooperate, do they? There's the Joker right there. We're going to use these. Joker, Mad Batter, which is also not focusing. I don't want to focus. And Space Boys. And I'm using these because they're zero. I'm going to do a lot of vaping. But it's really cool. Isn't that great? It was so great for them to send these. And we're going to try them and vape them. Taste them. I've been letting the blueberry strawberry sit for a few days because I think it needs a little bit more time. But it's cool. Francesca Scapatelli says, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, is vaping the red noisy cricket with a green velocity and some swag sauce. That red noisy cricket with a green velocity, that is badass. That would look a little bit like, I have something similar to that. That's kind of cool. That you might be like, oh yeah. This is like, I sometimes, this is too low, so I don't vape this on here right now. But I'm putting this on here the wrong way. Forgive me. I'm just doing it for looks. But that's a cool little look too. I'd like to have a red one with this. I use this with this all the time. On Christmas, all my shots were like this on Christmas. That was pretty funny. Anyway, good morning to you. And in addition to that, I'm vaping my Twisted Messes clone on my obviously authentic eVic Mini. The Twisted Messes on the eVic Mini with this build. This build is a 0.17. It's a battery sucker, so I don't do it very much. It's not practical, I say. Wait. So in chat, I'm seeing that Owen's Noisy Cricket is having a problem. Although Owen has switched to his other new mech mod, which is beautiful. And that's cool. And I was just going to tell you guys that I'm still waiting on my rig mod to get here. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be here. I don't have any tracking. So Steven Scott in chat says he's vaping on his Tesla Nano 100 watt temperature control. That's cool. But he says the power drops off. I guess while you're vaping or thumbing or whatever, it's all that might be some drops off, huh? I'm just going to check my batteries in my Noisy Cricket because it's morning and I don't remember what I did last night. Whether these were new or what, so I don't want to overdrain them. And I have lots of new batteries sitting here. And that's what we do in Vape AM, is we get up and get our stuff going. Okay. We're at okay. They're just about dead. So I'll just take these out, set them over there, get out some new batteries, which VTC4s will work fine. I'm gonna wipe this little guy off because that's what I do. We wipe it off. I guess I can take this obnoxious thing out of here. I kind of love it though, to be honest. Owen says his cricket is hanging out in the miner's dugout. Yeah, the cricket is great, but it is not. And I have an authentic one, but it's not as good mech mod as some of these nice ones that come from the custom mech mod makers. It's okay. It's extremely great for 20 bucks. I think that's what most people are getting at. I'm screwing the atomizer onto the positive. Screwing the button onto the negative. And so today, obviously, the avocado, which I love, it has kind of a, ouch, that was hot. It has kind of a hot build. It's Clapton's alien wire. No, it's just flats with a alien or a Clapton wrapped around it, not alien. wicked into the bottom there with some, and 3 millimeters. And I'm going to replace this basically just like this with this dual coil. I believe that Skeletor wants to do a single coil, I think, and if he doesn't, I will. But we're going to do both of them and show you guys how to do this, and I'm going to show you the real way to wick it. Right now, I'm just taking the wicks out and throwing them away. Throwing them away. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, you guessed right, I have a new mic, and so I need you guys to tell me if I clip, or if I sound hot, or too low, or whatever, because I just have been testing a little on YouTube, and I'm not sure where I'm at. So you tell me how it sounds, and is there too much background noise? Is the noise gate, like, cutting out, or coming in too early after I stop talking, that kind of stuff, you know, all kinds of feedback. I love your feedback, because we value our technical excellence on the show. Meaning I suck at this, and I can use your help. You guys are always so great about understanding all the technical difficulties of this. The show is great, though. I have so much fun doing this. I cannot wait to build on the Avocado again, and to show you guys this deck, and to tell you everything I think about it. Just about, where are we at? Yeah, just about 6:30. We'll get started with that. Hey, April Miller, it's great to see you. Hey, Icy Lies. Great to see you too. And good morning. And I think I saw Brandy, Hollow Angel, I hope. Good morning. I hope. Okay. Clean that up. Turn off the meter. And put it aside. I love the Avocado. So, the Avocado is a bottom tank atomizer. This is the 22 millimeter version. They've come out with the 24 millimeter that addresses a couple of issues that this one has, which I'll tell you all about. And probably doesn't address some of them, but I don't know. And I just want to say, Ryan Berman in chat, hello, good morning, by the way, says that he's vaping this juice that he picked up called Emerald Pearl by Liberty Vapor, and that sounds freaking delicious. I say delicious, because pistachio, I want a good pistachio vape. So I'd love to try that out. I would. Okay, that's killer. So I should also measure the batteries on my new vape mod. My Alpha. I love it. This is one of the best, most reliable mods ever. Yeah. Too low. Okay, it's time to change the batteries. Need to read these visually. Just check them out. These aren't quite dead, but I'm changing them anyway. I didn't use them overnight. Yeah. Never mind, reliable. Gotta figure out which Allen key goes with this. Hi there. I'm hiding the battery stack. Yeah, so if you guys haven't noticed, there's kind of a trend in the last few months of people coming out with these bottom tank atomizers, and what they are is there was a tank in the past that had a specific kind of deck called the Origin, and you could build them using stainless steel wire originally. And these guys are trying to bring this bottom tank, method to a cotton type of situation. And they've done a pretty good job of building a compromise. And what you find is these tanks are killer flavor, super duper easy to build on. And the only real issue with them is, with this one, is slight leakiness sometimes because of the inherent spitback in these designs. And filling them is a pain in the ass. Some people just blow it off because of filling. And these designs have specific problems too. All right, so somebody's talking about good wire, and you can get it from Lightning Vapes and also from they're saying Kidney Puncher. That's a good one. Let's see. Oh, JT Mud's asking what cells these are. These are my Home Tech Home Life batteries and Home Work batteries. The Home Work batteries are made for mechs, and Home Life batteries are made for regulated mods, but they have similar properties, and my builds aren't crazy, so I can use them in here. I did a review of these on my channel. Delicious. Hey, there's a fella in who has an Arabic name, but good morning. I can't pronounce that, but hi to you. I hope we can talk. It's good to see you. So anyway, I am so excited about this because we're going to go all through this. These bottom tank atomizers are super great. I'm going back to the first view. These bottom tank atomizers are super great, but they've got a few inherent limitations. And those of you who know the channel very well are going to recognize that I like these little bottom guys. And there's a Fody that I own that has a tank on the bottom. And here, oops, is the Haze Dripper that has the tank on the bottom. And obviously, I've got the Avocado that has the tank on the bottom. And these are the four main ones that are out right now. And the Geekvape Avocado is probably the best one of the four. And here's the deal with these. Why do you have a tank on the bottom? Well, the reason is that it's arguable that it never heats up the liquid. Your build on top gets hot, and the liquid does not. So it doesn't transfer as much heat to your mods and back to your batteries, which you'd be surprised how much when you start using this atomizer and you start vaping on it, even with huge clouds, you'll be like, wow, this thing really doesn't heat up my mod. And also, they just have amazing flavor. I can't explain why. And it just is easy to build on. Your build deck is sitting right there. The Avocado has a velocity style build deck. And so it's so easy to build on this thing with grub screws. And fairly large holes. As you can see, I've got two Claptons in here, flat wire ones. So, and also the quality of the vape is just absolutely outstanding. On all of these. All of these, good or bad, have amazing flavor. And some of the inherent difficulties of these is that because your face is right next to the coils, and that's one reason they have good flavor, you get a lot of spit back. And so they all four have different ways of dealing with it. And the Avocado has a really cool kind of curved inside in here that is sort of a dome. And it works so well, I can't even tell you. And they have a 510 adapter here, which I have a DHD double helix money drip tip that James Reeves sent me that's so beautiful in here. And there's a little Delrin 510 adapter. Oh, come on. 510 adapter that drip tip is stuck into. And then that's their thing. And they have a little mini chuff, a wide drip tip. Sorry about the focus, because that's how it always is. And the wide drip tip goes in there, and occasionally it'll focus. Come on now, shiny. Yeah, there we go. The wide tip goes in there fine. So I'll just come back because it's ridiculous. So this one is the best one. The Haze Dripper does it by using an offset drip tip above a single coil. And this one's restricted to basically single coils. This Fody has this weird and kind of cool system in the top where it has a ring that makes it go back around. It's kind of like a really large aromomizer drip tip. And this works okay. You can tell, the reason I'm showing you this juice too is you see that these things all have lots of spit back, and that's what that is a spit back. So this prevents it okay, but not as well. And this one is just a velocity style, so it actually weeps out the side more than a regular velocity while you're vaping it than it does have spit back. This one's really good actually, but it's the worst one to fill in the world. So this is the Avocado. Let's get rid of these guys because we're going back to the Avocado. I've only got the Avocado around to vape on while we work on the Avocado because I don't have two Avocados. the inherent problems in this have to do with the fact that there's a lot of spitback and there's wicking difficulties. And one of the things people do wrong with these a lot is they put lots and lots and lots of wicking in. And I'll show you later on how to put less wicking in and get better results with these. Let's try to get a slight close-up of the coils. I'm sorry, not the coils, of the deck. I'll get these coils out of here. Give it a quick wipe with the Zik cloth. I can't wait to do some of this Joker too. It keeps focusing on my new orange Shamog. It loves it. So it's got a wonderful velocity deck. It's really great. Those are 4mm holes inside there for the wicking. And this thing right here is a cam that unscrews, which I shall show you quite happily. We're going to take this baby apart. I'll wipe it off as I go. It's got juice in it now, but it won't be too bad. You need flat heads. They all have a different way to attach their post to the deck too, through the inside glass. And I'm going to go to manual focus on this camera because it's dumb, baby. Dumb. Because I want to go to focus. So this is cool because it requires you simply to pull off the top here to pull the post out. And it's a part you can lose, which isn't the greatest thing in the world. But let me tell you, once it's all secured in there, this 510 connects well and sticks to the post without getting in the way better than some of the other ones. You still have enough room to put verticals and one in the middle and some other things. There's lots of flexibility with this deck. And I'm not taking this 510 all the way out. And the reason I'm not is that one of the weird things about this deck, or about this atomizer, is that this 510 unscrews. Oops. You pull off the positive, and there's a ceramic insulator there, which is great. And now, if you want to completely disassemble this device, you have to unscrew this thing for a long time. Is that right? Nope, it pops right out. What am I saying? Wrong one. That's the Avocado. There we go. Here's the 510 pin. And then this glass, this simply unscrews off here, and I need grip, so I use oven grippy mat, kitchen drawer liner to unscrew these. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Julie LeBlanc. Good morning. Good morning to everybody who came in. This is Vape AM. I'm Juicy Jones. We're doing an avocado everything look. And so I'm just showing you. Oh, no. That was awesome. I just dropped it on the floor. No big deal. Jimmy Johns, you're so right. He said time for a smarter camera. No kidding. I mean, I'm pretty lucky that I've got 2 decent webcams that I can use. In fact, I had 3. I sent one to Luke so he can look better and pretty. Alright, well, I'm not taking that apart right now, but trust me when I say this is no big deal. You pull this apart and the glass comes off and you're done. And the glass is on this one is retained by the top here, so you do have to unscrew them. On some of them, like the Avocado and the Haze, it's only O-rings holding them in. So this one is fine. I actually had to replace this glass. It comes with a frosted one and a clear one, and the frosted one is, I think, much cooler, but I broke it, and since I broke it, I now use the clear one. Don't forget Avocado Club, hashtag Avocado Club. So I'm just going to pop this little guy back in there, screw it back on. Do it back on. I'm gonna do it back on. Alright, try this. Hey, I can do depth of field, right? I can do it. This thing is like a little slippery because it has some e-liquid on it. I was just vaping it and I didn't bother to... No, I didn't bother to rinse it off like I should have. I'm just going to screw this guy right on in there. And I think it doesn't always like the threading, but I made it. Julia LeBlanc says she was in the hospital 45 days. Jeez. I'm glad you're at home. I hope you're okay. All right. Now, I'm just screwing in this little top retainer. And I'm just doing it just barely tight. There's no reason. This thing is hybrid safe, as you can see. But there's no reason to overscrew this. It's not what you'd call adjustable. Oh, that's nothing. So it's hybrid safe. There's enough there for it to clear. But there's no reason for it to go too tight. In fact, I've tightened this too much, and it didn't, and it shorted out. So you don't want to tighten this thing too much. You'll also break your ceramic, which I've never done, but you don't want to do that. So there we go. That's a good start. I love this guy. We're gonna put this on the Desmos because it doesn't have any batteries in it. And then there's not a reason in the world not to put these same coils back in here. That a fantastica. Oh no, yes there is. There's plenty of reasons. One of the reasons is James Reeves, who we're going to call here in a second. So, this particular tank I absolutely love. The only actual flaw and con that I have for this tank is that the 510 adapter is a little bit weak. I have pulled on it and pulled it straight out before. Like, for example, you're looking at the entire adapter right there. It's this black Delrin or plastic and the stainless steel sleeve. And if I pull on this while it's screwed into here, it can pull the entire black thing out of the threads. Like if I try to pull this out, if your drip tip is tight, it'll pop the whole thing out. So they need to redesign the 510 adapter slightly, just a little tiny bit, to get it to be a little tighter, because it has a slight problem right now. Oh, it keeps on unscrewing my drip tip there. There we go. So I'm going to pop the 510 adapter out and put the chuff back in. But they need to the chuff is fine, but they need to redesign the 510 adapter slightly to put more threads on it, or to make the threads better, because these are stripping. And this sleeve has actually popped out of here before when I pulled the drip tip out and just left the screwy black part in. So that's really my only big con about this, besides filling in. And apparently with the 24mm version that's come out, they've put a little thing on the deck that you slide out, pop out on the side, that has a retainer with some silicone, and you squeeze in a little thing and then close it. So it's killer. So that's fantastic. So let me see. Sorry, let me get my other view up. For now, let's call some other friends who have these things, because I'm just sitting here building, but we could all be talking about these in building. Let me ring these guys up. I'm sorry if I'm a little rambling today. I love it. It says ringing. Did we get you? I hear you.
All right, let me hang on. I forgot to mute my other window.
Oh, don't make my mistake.
All right, I made it.
Yeah, don't do what I do.
Yeah,
I screwed up bad. Let's call James too. He just got his avocado. We're gonna get his view and yours. I love it. No. I hate having to use the keyboard all the time. There we go. We'll get him.
Okay, let me put my phone down. That way I'm not distracted by that bad boy anymore. Oh.
Hi, James.
Accept this.
Hello, James.
Mr. James.
How are you?
What's going on, sir?
How's things, buddy?
Good today because I am off.
Oh, nice. Well, you guys say hi to everybody in the crowd.
Hello,
Hi,
chat.
everybody in the crowd,
Are you
in
excited
the
about
chat.
the avocado?
It's avocado all day, all the time. All right.
Yeah, I just got mine a few days ago. It's awesome. I haven't put it down yet.
Right? Okie dokie.
Wow, my heart goes out to Julie LeBlanc. She was stabbed in the throat during a rape attempt, and she lived, and she could vape, and good on you for being alive. And I hope that fucker goes to jail forever.
That's what I'm stressing.
I don't mean to be depressing, but that's a real thing that
Oh.
happens to real people, and don't you fucking forget it. Be sympathetic. Everyone is sympathetic. I'm so sorry. It's horrible. But she could vape. That's really funny, actually. How? I just want to see that. I just want like an Instagram picture of that. I know it sounds kind of cruel, but it is actually humorous. So what I was saying is that I don't need to use any of my stupid coils, James. I have some of your awesome coils sitting right here in freaking front of me.
I thought you were going to say his stupid coils. I'm
My
Mine
coils
are
are-
not going to
stupid.
use my stupid coils. I'm going to use your stupid coils, and then we're going to use everybody's stupid coils.
Everyone's coils are stupid.
It's
They
just so
are.
stupids.
So I've got a series box choice here. I've got, yeah, you know what? I want series box. And you know what you did, you crafty motherfucker? You made them narrow enough to fit on here.
I did.
Yeah. So, because this deck, what I love about the avocado is the deck is a full-size freaking velocity deck with big holes. I can tell you the exact size of the holes. I believe they're 2 millimeter, but they're not, I don't think they're 2.5. They're plenty big. I couldn't get a double parallel in there. Hey,
There it goes.
so you're
Frozen.
saying,
No.
oh,
Just
I can't
refresh.
wait.
If you
there we
guys
go.
can refresh.
I can't wait to put
Yes,
these
everybody.
coils on here, James. They look freaking fantastic. Would you like me to put them on the dais with the lights going? Your coils? You actually can't see them because of that.
I'm looking at it on YouTube
Oh, it's fantastic.
because I can't see your camera.
It's magnificent.
We have to catch up 50 seconds later.
Hey, don't complain. just
I'm not complaining
I'm
at
just
all.
joking. Oh, and now I just dropped your coils. This thing wasn't made for coils. It wasn't made for anything, actually. I don't know where I got it.
It was made for Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
it
line
does
on
the
it.
spinning for you. You just hold your head there and sniff, and it spins by itself. It gives you that extra light so you can see what you're doing.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
I might have
So-
to get me one of those.
So I feel like building on the avocado is like cheap because it's so easy. I mean, it's not like you need a tutorial on how to build it. You need a tutorial on how to wick it. I'm going to show everybody. But
Yeah.
the thing I love about it is that you can absolutely put those fat aliens in here. Yes, you can put that 4-wrap freaking parallel Clapton in here. But
Yep.
the limit you have is the width. Am I right, James?
Yep.
Because you need the center of the wicking hole. You don't want to extend past the center of the wicking hole. There's a few exceptions to that, but you really want to try to keep to that because what you'll find is that the wicking will be difficult if you do.
Yeah.
This is also a single coil dream.
Yep. See, I messed you up on those coils already.
Did you?
Wah wah.
How?
I bent the top lead up so they come out even on the bottom. I didn't think about you putting them in a velocity deck.
Well, that's fine. It's not going to be a big deal at all. I'm a big boy.
We can finagle. We has the experience.
That's it.
Yeah.
I like that shirt.
Oh my. Which one? Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, Skeletors.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're damn right. They're gonna be in town in a month.
Oh, awesome. I'm so jealous. I got to see them once.
I'm sorry, July.
It was a 4.5 hour show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but the thing is I'm sure the first 3.5 hours we're waiting for Axel to show up.
You know what's funny? The first hour and a half was the Brian May band.
hmm
The next 2 hours were intermission waiting on Axel to sober up.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's how it always is.
then-
He's a loser.
Yep.
Yeah,
Duff.
and he's the new front man for AC/DC now after this
His-
tour. Give me the
He's clean.
fucking
He's clean now.
Who,
If he's-
Axel?
Yeah.
Well,
if he's
yeah,
clean, then sure.
of course he's clean. He weighs 600 pounds now.
Well, if he's clean, then good for him. If he's not clean, then fuck him.
Yeah. No, he's actually 100% clean.
Yeah, because I
Which
mean,
is
I don't
That's good.
judge. I don't judge. It's like I envy people who can like be drunk or whatever, but it's lame to make other people suffer. For your shit.
Well,
Okay.
the thing is even though he was such a douchebag, I know we're getting off topic, so I'm going to make this quick. When I first heard that it was a quick reunion tour, and that it was happening, and then they were coming to Orlando, I was like, yeah, tickets are happening now.
Well, that's the reason they're doing it. They're not doing it for excellence. They're doing it for
No.
money. So
Oh yeah.
as long as whatever.
Well, the only
Anyway,
two
the
out
avocado.
of the avocado.
Back to the
Yes.
avocado.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to get me going on GNR for days, dude.
I didn't. Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
So I've got this dual coil in here. Rip Trippers is also a huge fan of this tank, and I understand why. He has no reason not to be. I personally think that this thing is dual or single coil monstrous. The only thing is, and you'll see this when you fill it, you have to use something pointy and stick it in there. But the thing has 4.5 millimeter holes, or 4 millimeter holes, so they're 4.5. So you really don't need to be a scientist. You just shove it in there and go, and then use the tip of it to knock it around, and your wicking will be just fine.
Hi-yo.
Because the thing about these is that they're so wet. That's just how it is. It's like having a Freak Show Mini right in your face. They really are.
I'm trying so hard, Juicy,
To what?
to not make jokes right now while you're talking. I'm sorry. I'm concentrating on separating my cotton. There we go.
Mental note, talk about the avocado.
I'm off this morning. I know. Oh, but yeah, I was really surprised when you and I started talking about wicking this bad boy before I even got one.
Everyone does it wrong. Everyone puts huge amounts of wicks in there. What happens is what you get is wet wicks in there and dry coils. Because it takes a lot longer for the liquid to move up the coil, up that cotton, into your coil than it does for you to just vape. And the natural act of vaping will make the liquid capillary up the sides of the glass, up to the top, and touch your cotton, and it will wick.
Beautifully at that, I might add. Now, with that, we were talking about how this is a heavy hitter for both single and dual coil. I honestly, and I've got two cons with this. And one is I honestly didn't enjoy the single coil vape. Maybe, you and I had the discussion yesterday, Juice. Maybe I was just wicking it incorrectly, even though I wicked it the same way that I would wick the avocado on a regular basis. Which is the same way you were just talking about how you get the tips in there and you just shove it in there with your screwdriver or whatever. But it's not much past the holes. When the cotton starts to capillary the juice up and it expands, it'll fill in the gap inside that hole, so it's no problem. But maybe I need to put a longer wick in on a single coil to enjoy it. But I tell you what, the best vape I've had out of this yet, believe it or not, is just a basic bitch 24 gauge 8 wrap build. It runs really well on the Nuve when I got it turned down about half power, and I can't complain about it at all, to be quite honest.
Yep.
It's a great vape, but maybe I was just wicking wrong for a single coil build.
Yeah, I didn't have too much luck with the single coil. Also, I'm having
got a lot of burnt
better with
spots.
the dual.
You had what?
I
Like
had
it
burnt
wouldn't.
spots.
It didn't taste good. It had burnt spots. That's weird. I have no problem at all. It's only a matter of if I want a hotter, more vapory vape, I go for the double coil, and that's really just a preference thing.
Yeah,
But
it is.
I like the adapter that comes with it, which I don't know why I didn't show people. I guess I'll have to take one of these coils out, put the adapter in and show everybody, which is fine. I'll just do this and do a single coil.
I got a new toy also,
Ooh.
but it's not a mod or an RDA this time.
Is it a drip tip?
No,
No mod, no RDA. It still could be a tank.
I got one of the Cold Master bags.
Oh, that's killer.
Oh, did you? Is
One
that
of
the
the new
flat
ones?
one?
Yeah,
I've seen those. I was looking at them.
they're
What do you
awesome.
think?
I like it.
It has that piece that inserts into it that has the elastic, right?
Yeah, it's got the little Velcro thing, so you can just take all your stuff and pull it
See,
up.
I was
It's
thinking
awesome.
about getting 2 of those because I usually rock a backpack and it slips
Oh,
right
there's
into a backpack.
yeah. I'm transitioning from my humongous box of a toolkit to a backpack, and those are fantastic.
Okay, you see that? There's a single coil. And I didn't choose the correct side or anything. Sometimes you have to sort of decide which side you want to put it on based on how it screws onto your mod, and I didn't do
Yeah.
that. But let me grab the box. I didn't do a huge box opening because it's just a box, but one of the things you get with it, which is great, are extra ceramic inserts to use for single
Yes.
coils. You get 2 of these, and they're extremely necessary, and you get extra grub screws, and you get extra O-rings for these. They have 2 little white O-rings on them to make seals into the wicking holes.
The extra grub screws are definitely key with this thing, though.
Yeah, and they have, that's true, we should talk about the screws. And it
That
also
was
has
my
an
other
air
thought.
channel that allows for indirect airflow off the back into your single coil.
Which is epic.
And I'm going to set that right inside there. So and this also makes filling easier when you do this, by the way. So now I'm set to wick. I'm going to go single coil here, move the box away. Yeah, my other criticism besides the construction of the 510 is that I think that the grub screws are a little lame. That are
A
in it.
little.
Yeah, yeah they
I've had
are.
to replace 2 of them already.
Me too.
So it's a lot of them. They should do something. I don't know what to do about that. I don't really have a concrete suggestion, so I feel like a jerk. What's our suggestion? That
To buy grub screws from the hardware store.
Yeah.
Proper
Yeah.
size to replace.
yeah, for
And
Geekvape, get better freaking grub screws.
if you have an avocado and a griffin, they're the same grub screws. So buy bunches.
Oh, that's very nice.
I
And
will
I was
remember
talking to
that.
Tom Pavlu the other day, and he told me to buy 2, 2.5, and 3
Yes.
in bulk.
Yes.
And he said buy the stainless ones and not the black ones.
Right.
In case you guys are all wondering, which we all are wondering all the time.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. So I'm just setting my autofocus or my manual focus so that I can wick this thing. So I'm going to show this to you guys and wick it. Wow. It's going to be pretty cool. I love wicking these things, and this is the key part, is less is more. I'm using
Indeed.
Cotton Bacon version 2, which is my jam.
I'm just using regular Japanese cotton today. Usually I use native wicks that I get from our friend Mr. Jimmy Johns that was in the chat earlier. But I have since run out of native wicks, and I haven't had the opportunity to get to the store yet. I just ran yesterday.
Yummy native wicks.
Yeah, I know it's so good.
Yummy. So
No break in time.
I've got a piece of Cotton Bacon V2 right here, and I'm going to put that into this atomizer. Single coils are relatively easy, and you want to remember you don't want to fill up the entire diameter of this 4mm hole. You must leave some space for air to escape through this, or filling and vaping are not going to work correctly. What you're going to get is annoying filling, gurgling, more leaking. It's leakier than you think if you put too much wick in. I know that's against common sense.
Sounds counterintuitive, yeah.
So I've got a little piece of cotton. I probably got too much, but I don't care. I'm living on the edge.
That's right, you're a rebel, Juicy.
James has these skinny little coils,
Yes.
little baby coils.
I do everything in 2.5mm IDs.
It's good.
I find it much better than 3.
That's fine. It's great for flavor. This atomizer takes parallels, super great. If you want flavor, parallels plus avocado is amazing, by the way. You thought of that. And my friend Ripcon on Instagram was wondering about whether you can do single coils and flavor and stuff, and so it's good that I'm doing that here.
I actually find single coils to be better The hell was I just saying? Oh
Flavor.
yeah, better flavor for at least to me, because I like running single coil builds in like my phenotype, my temple, um, basically anything with a velocity style deck. I love running a single coil build in, but I shoot the gap. I put it in between, uh, and I was trying to figure out how to do that with the avocado here, but I'll run a stage Clapton single coil, and it's epic on flavor. And if you build it big enough to where you have a high enough resistance, you get to, with the stage Clapton, you can run a lower wattage because that stage wire heats up faster, and it's
Yep.
like it's Flavor City all day.
Oh yeah, the single coils are flavor town. This atomizer rules for this. So here's the key part. Here's the important part. You see how long those wicks are? We're not doing that. So we're gonna cut the wick of this thing until it's pretty much almost. We're gonna
Invisible.
cut it at somewhere between those two rings right there. I know that's short. You see the two O-rings? I'm gonna bend it over, and I'm gonna cut it real mother licking short. And
That's
you'll-
about where I clip it to, right in between the two
You'll
O-rings.
see me do this here, because if you go much longer, you will. What you need to do is cut it there-ish, and then trim it as you vape. So over the next day or two, I'll be pulling this thing out. I'm just going to stuff all that cotton in with something very narrow, and you see that I picked an amount of cotton that gives me some gap. So it's quite easy to get this in here. For a dual coil, to fill it, you're going to stick your needle or your drip tip or whatever right into this thing. Just stuff it in there. And
Ooh, this stuff is so good.
oh yeah. Like here's my skull bottle. And you're just going to cram it right inside there and it will work. With all but the widest bottles.
Oh yeah, Butamus.
And
Butamus Maximus.
if you don't put enough space in between, if you don't leave some space in between those holes, when you put your quad coil, your dual coil in there, and you try to fill it, it's just going to gurgle back and not fill. That's the problem. You
Yep,
might be
I had
using
that
too
issue.
much wick. Yeah, it's too much wick. You need less wick.
That's
And
what she said.
even if you just do it on one side, and you can trim the tops if you have too much thickness. If you need more thickness in the middle, you can over-thick it and then trim it and then drop it down. And so I'm going to fill this up. One of the nice things about the single coil option is all you have to do is pop out the ceramic and then fill it up. I'm going to fill it up with the Joker since we were talking about it.
I end up having to pull both sides of my cotton out on one side to fill mine.
Yeah,
it's because you're not putting enough space
airflow.
between them.
Yeah, it's an
Yep.
airflow issue. But yeah, I actually tossed in, I've got a custom blend that they made for me down at Wicked Park Vapors. They made it a couple days ago. Had a buddy of mine come over and he had this juice with him. It's they call it Blue Balls, which I'm sure it's probably going to get another name considering I see so many juices by the name of Blue Balls. But it's like it tastes like a blueberry Tootsie Pop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's like blueberry cheesecake and vanilla custard and like an almond nougat type thing, but it gives it the flavor of like a blueberry / grape Tootsie Pop. You know how the purple Tootsie Pops have that weird like flavor to it almost, unlike the other ones. This
No,
one has.
I've never had a Tootsie Pop that wasn't brown. Do they make other ones?
They make grape. They make
Oh, I mean, other companies make better. Other companies make better plastic. Like the Japanese guy makes the best one. Starburst is an American one.
yeah,
candy
Haichu. You're
plastic.
talking about the Haichu.
Yeah. Okay, so check
Haichu.
it out. I'm filling this up,
Bless you.
and I'm using I'm using a syringe, just because I have it handy. If you have a syringe handy, it's fine. The avocado is not the easiest and not the hardest one of all these tanks to fill. It's just that you have to get used to either popping a wick out and sticking it back or stuffing your thing in the side. Okay, that's
I will
it.
tell you what, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's worth it.
It's insane. I just put this on here and I'm excited to vape this because every time I build this, it vapes amazing. This thing is so great. I love my avocado so much. It really is probably my favorite tank of the year so far. And it's probably my favorite tank of, well, probably the Crown was my favorite tank of last year. But this thing is absolutely amazing. Show me new vape mod. Boom.
You know, you forgot to burn and paint your coil too, QC.
Yep, I sure did. I don't really care.
Nope.
God love a God love a Nuve mod. But I God love it for me.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't dry burn this, but honestly, I don't think it'll have any effect on it at all, really.
Nah. It'll eventually get there.
Oh, I just poured this whole half of this whole bottle onto my desk. It makes me sad.
Oh no.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
I see that.
Oh, it's sad. It didn't do any damage, but it makes me sad because it's delicious juice. It was only half of it. And it also delays my vaping. Damn it. Don't delay my vaping. And you know what? None of it landed on the coil. Like, what's up with that?
So you spill half a bottle of juice and none of it makes it to the coil.
Yeah, exactly. That's lame.
Wah, wah.
Sorry about that, everybody. It was just like the, like when someone unscrews the salt at the pizza place. Okay,
Yep, done that before.
at the IHOP. Okay, I'm just cleaning off my poor, sad Nuve mod. Never did anything wrong. Born recently. Put into the evil hands of Juicy Jones.
Right.
Always a mistake. Oh my god, this is going to be so delicious. So the single coil options are really cool. And this is another thing that someone's going to want to see is the top cap. So now that we have the cap on and half of the Joker gone. God, this stuff smells good.
Owen's like, mother bitch, I hate that. And I
Yeah.
do too. I do too.
Yeah, it makes me sad. And the thing that makes me saddest is I don't get to vape that juice. Like, forget about
Right.
the mess and shit. It's like,
Just lick it
damn
up. Just ah.
I know, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to try to reclaim it. Okay. What's cool is that the Avocado has a double top cap. And I wish this were a double O-ring in this. It's a slight flaw to me because it's so juicy inside there. But they do a real good job with the O-rings. And you can see my coil is sitting right there, ready to rock. The airflow options are pretty cool. You have 2 holes here, symmetrical to 1 in the back that's here. So I can have 2 holes, 1 lined up with that little ceramic piece, which I'll line this up real quick. Let me do it right, shall I? So in the back, I have 1 hole lined up with that ceramic piece and 1 hole lined up with the coil. And this is the pretty restricted airflow. You can set it as well slightly like this to have just a single air hole going straight to the coil. In case you've got like some 1.2 vertical Clapton, that is amazing in this atomizer if you do stuff like that. And you also have just a dual Cyclops that you can use for singles or doubles. And I tend to vape this at just about there, I guess. I'm going to try that, see how it goes. Pretty sure.
I got mine wide open. I will be right back. I need a coffee refill.
I need a little bit more power because I forgot to have a single coil.
Yep. It's gonna be good though.
Oh my god, it's good. I also didn't check the resistance on this, which it's time to do.
Should be around a 0.6 something. I
Yeah,
think.
that's my guess too. 0.5, 0.6. Come on now, baby.
It should be.
0.61.
Yep.
Perfect. Delicious.
Yep. The duals will be around a 0.3.
That is perfect. That's amazing. All right. So let me just get back to the main scene. It's the main scene. And vape on this. So the Avocado is a killer tank. They're $30. You can get them from Vapor DNA anywhere on the internet. Don't bother with a clone. Get the real thing from Geekvape Tech. They're really inexpensive. They're really great. I recommend them to beginners. My friend Mike called me on the phone and bought one of these things just out of the blue. And he was a guy that used to use cartomizers. And he was like, I absolutely love it. This thing is great. I'm having fun building on it. And the first build he got was from his local vape shop. They did it for him. And then he started doing his own, and it's all good. It just goes uphill or downhill from there. So they also are pretty easy to fill if you have even the most recent kind of dropper bottles. The kind of dropper bottles that don't work on this are the ones with the big fat hole at the end. And those are almost dead. Aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've decided that I hate glass bottles and glass strippers now. So I pour everything into these. Doesn't matter what it is.
I hear you. I don't like carrying it
goes into
around.
those.
Like, I really like these AZ swag sauce bottles, but I wish they had much pointier tops. But I love the skinny 30. Pretty cool. But my favorite are 30s with pointy plastic. I wish everyone would just go to the tall, skinny
unicorn bottles.
Please, everyone in the entire industry, please. That's what we want. I don't want any more glass.
Yep.
Send glass to us to take pictures of, and then let us buy plastic always.
Yep.
Let's see. All right. So I love the avocado. Right now the airflow is set on pretty restricted. And the taste is great. Because I've got the single coil, I'm going to the 510 drip tip because it's going to taste much better.
Yep.
It's going to be delicious. And I could even open it up a little more. This thing it works with all my 510s pretty well. Oh my god. The avocado is killer. So,
Yes.
pros and cons of this thing. The pros are top of the line flavor. Right?
Yep.
Like,
It is top of the line flavor.
that's right. Every tank has to be as good as this to be great. Because even like the Griffin, everything I vape, this is as good as that or better.
Yep. I would like to point out that the top cap, the little bitty short top cap, is rounded on the inside. It is not completely flat. So it does give you great flavor.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about it being a dome.
Yeah.
Instead of
it is a dome shape.
Yeah, and it also controls the spit back like crazy. It's so good.
Yep.
It's a turbulent kind of a machine in the first place. This design is turbulent and spitty, and they do a really good job of reducing that with multiple layers of O-rings. And you get to keep your airflow. That's amazing. Because a lot of times you don't get to keep your airflow in these situations, if you know what I mean.
Yep. It's a really good atomizer.
That taste is so good. So I've got a 0.6 on here, and on the series box, I'm going to turn it all the way up. My batteries are fresh. Absolutely delicious. And my wicking is doing just fine, except I'm not tilting the correct direction. Oh, it's fine again.
You know what? I would actually like to see them take this deck, lose the tank, and just come out with an RDA section or an RDA version of this exactly the same, but without the deck, without the tank.
Just the velocity?
Yeah, just without the tank. It would be awesome.
It is pretty good on its own.
It's a really good atomizer.
All right, I'm back.
Hey. Oh, my call started to red up. Poor guys. But the wicking is working. There it goes. It's just fine. And so I can't sit here and, well, yes I can.
Hot leads.
I'm glad this is 0. Yeah, hot leads, exactly.
Excuse me.
This thing is shocking. It's shocking to have a velocity style deck with such great flavor that you can build on so easily, and it's like having a 2.5 mil reservoir on a great RDA. There you go.
I agree.
So pros, the thing is super easy to build on, has top of the line flavor, it's really inexpensive. There's no reason not to get one of these. The cons are, I think that they should improve the quality of the 510 adapter threading. Small thing. I think they should improve the quality of the grub screws that come with it because they give you some, but they should give you a billion. 2 pieces of glass isn't enough. So there's something wrong because all of us have replaced our glass once.
Yes.
So that's a weird thing. It's like it's great that they include the replacement, but there's something strange that everyone I know who's owned one of these had to replace the glass. And not every tank is that way. I know a lot of people that own a lot of tanks. And so it's just a coincidence, though, so I can't really list that as an official con.
Well, I don't know about that because I've owned and I own a ton of tanks, and the very first time I ever had glass break on me was the hazy glass with this.
Yeah. And the other one I broke was my Kanger, which I threw to the ground in a fallen fit.
I broke mine first time I touched it.
You did? Wait, you mean the
I did.
avocado?
Yeah, well, I traded for mine.
Oh.
And when I got it, it was still a little slippery. He put it back in the box. And I picked it up out of the box, and as soon as it came up, I dropped it and broke the glass.
It's like, oh, son of a. Well, at least there's another one. The theorem actually keeps getting mentioned by JT Munn in
Oh, yeah,
chat.
we'll have the theorem.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So I just can't say enough good things about the avocado, and we're getting the 24 too, because this thing is so good that it's like, I mean, I can't. That's my underscore lesson is yes, buy the avocado. Join the club.
I can agree with that. Definitely join the Avocado Club. I mean, I'm a dripper for life. I love RDAs. Yeah, I have a shit ton of tanks. A lot of them have been for review purposes and just to try them out to see how I would like it because, you know, this tank pushes out this and this tank pushes out that. And the production and flavor you get on this tank is even better than anything else. And no.
But they're all a pain in the ass.
They are. And this, I have yet to find a tank that tops this. I can't wait for the 24. Now, I will say one tank that comes close is one I got to play with last week is the new 30 millimeter Triforce, but I mean, that's a whole different animal than this. But, you know, I enjoy it because I don't have a problem filling it. I usually have a little tool with me in my pocket at all times anyways. So for me to move the wick and fill it up with, you know, your regular needle nose type bottle tip or whatever like this, it's no problem. So I don't have a problem with that. My only cons are the glass seems to, you know, like we said, there just seems to be something about the glass that I'm very careful, and somehow the glass cracked on me somewhere. I don't know when it happened, but I ended up having to replace it.
Because oh no, that was the O-ring I'm thinking of.
That was the O-ring, yeah. And another thing that you need to look out for is the very first O-ring that they put on this is clear. They put clear O-rings in this first. So I didn't know that there was supposed to be an O-ring on the bottom. I didn't see it. So after I replaced the glass and everything, I had juice going everywhere.
Yeah.
Grub screws, con, most definitely. But everything else is a plus. I love this thing. It goes on my Nuve mod. I've rocked it on my Rig V2. It is hybrid safe. I rocked it on my Rig V2.
Make sure you check though, but yeah, it is.
I've rocked it on my Vicious Amp Phenom. I had it on the Tesla Submod 2. I've had it on
Geekvape is killing it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I had it on everything. Everything I own, I've had it on.
Yeah, they have so many good products, and this is another one of them. And a lot of people ask and talk about this thing. And if you learn how to wick it, that's the number one thing. If you just use less is more wicking technique, like I've taught you, my Papa Sans, it'll be awesome. And I think it's really fun that this style of tank is coming back in fashion.
I think it's excellent, and I really want to get a hold of that Evogo, even though I know filling the Evogo is a pain in the ass. I like the Velocity top cap, because honestly, I think that was the one thing I really did, that I really wanted to see with something like this when I first saw the Avocado and the Velocity style deck. I'm like, ooh, it needs a top cap, and then Evogo came out with that. So I'm really looking forward to trying that, but yeah, this, by far, hands down, boom, done.
I've got a few good
it's with me everywhere.
And cons.
What's that, James?
So I've got a few good pros and cons.
What is it? Let's hear it, buddy.
Some of the pros, I like the fact that the drip tip screws in.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I actually kind of really like that. I like that they give you a decent sized tip that comes with it, and I like that they give you a 510 adapter that also screws in.
And it's one of the coolest 510
Which is
adapters
awesome.
ever.
Yes.
It really is a cool
Delrin
510
on the outside
adapter.
that screws in and metal on the inside.
Yeah, it's so dope. And
And
it's
then
so
another
low
con
profile.
with that is on my 510 adapter. Once I screw it in, like I've got my dot mod tip in it right now. If I want to pull my dot mod tip out, the metal insert comes out on the 510. So as of right
That's what
now,
I was
have
saying. Is that it just,
Yeah.
it's like it's not secured or something, or it's low quality or something weird's going on.
See, I haven't. You both of y'all have had that happen, but I haven't
Yep.
had that happen. The very first tip I had on here when we first started this morning on the show was my dot mod tip, and I put my third eye in. I have yet to have
The dot mod
that
tip
problem
doesn't
yet.
stick.
Yep.
Actually,
Only tips that are really, really, really tight stick in there, and when they do, you're boned.
can you hear this?
Yep.
That's my dot mod tip.
Yeah, the dot mod tips don't stick. My dot mod tips don't stick in here
It did.
either.
Mine does.
I think
So
mine
does
permanently
I
is
did
attached
switch
to it.
out.
Wait, it
I did
pulls.
switch out the O-ring.
Wait. I'm confused, Skeletor. You're saying that your dot mod tip pulls out the stainless steel sleeve from the
No,
the 510
it does.
adapter?
It does not, and it fits perfect.
Yeah, that's me too. My dot mod one does too. But tight 510s don't behave that way, and I have a lot of tight ones. And
Yep.
they can pull out the thing. Like I said, I can't do this. I have to unscrew it and push it out from underneath, or else it'll just
But
pull
it's-
the stainless steel sleeve.
It's only my dot mod that pulls it out. Like the tip that comes with it, they give you a little stainless tip. But I can take it in and out with no problem.
Yeah, I've got several that slide in and out, but
Yep.
not this one. It's tight.
Ayo.
I like the mini tip that comes with it. What else, James? Yeah, that's a definitely thing. They need to redesign the 510 adapter slightly.
Pros, you get 2 of the little things that go behind the coil.
Yes, 2 ceramic adapters, because you
2
can't
ceramic
lose that.
adapters. That is a big pro. Pro is you get extra grub screws. Con is you need the extra grub screws.
Yeah, I agree.
Other than that, I think it's con. When you run in duels, it's a little bit hard to feel.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love it.
for 25 or 30 bucks, this is one of the bright spots of the year.
Yeah.
And if you're a beginner, this is a good thing to begin on, because your buddies at the shop can fill it easily. Tell them to make sure to use less is more wicking technique. And for your own edification, learning on it is very easy. It's very easy to build, fix it, wick, re-wick. That's really easy.
Just
yummy.
reading chat. Oki's here. Hello, Oki Vape Review.
Yep. Oh, and Scranton Tom's here too. That's great. How do you guys?
Word.
So if you guys just tuning in, what is it? 7:25. We've been going about an hour. This is Vape AM. About an hour and 15 minutes. And we started a little bit late today, but today we're doing the avocado. I'm Juicy Jones at Orbital Vaping Headquarters. That's James Reeves, and that is Skeletor Vapes right over there. I'm trying to point at them on Skype, and we're just talking about the avocado. Today's been all avocado all the time. I've got
That's
a single
right.
coil. These guys have a dual one, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
And we wicked it. I showed it to you. We did the whole 9 yards. The result is, we love this thing. We told you our
Yes.
pros and cons. The cons are so minor too. I feel like I'm just
Yeah.
stating. There's some annoying things like
Yep.
the drip tip adapter that actually interfere with my love of it sometimes. But the wicking, I tell you, compared to the Avogo is one of the only things I leave the house with that I look at and I'm like, oh, nope, I can't. Because I literally don't have anything except for pulling the wick out way to fill it, you know? Or even that doesn't work. Like, you need to bring a syringe. That you can't travel with the Avogo at all without a syringe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, I've done this 4 times this week, pulled it up, and then looked at it, and then been like, no, I'm not leaving home with that. Because what happens is you vape it for about 5 minutes and put it in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's empty.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I judge my love for a piece of equipment on is how does it travel with me? You know, I'm here at quote unquote WTF Studios a lot, but when I'm on the road, you know, it's like, okay, I'm going to take this because of, you know, it's easy for me to do this. I'm going to take this because it's easy for me to do this. And, you know, I always hated traveling with tanks, even though it's so convenient, because it's like, well, shit, I want to drip. You know, I'm a dripper. I like my RDAs. So with this, you do get the option of flavor tasting, dripping right onto the coil, and then working it up. I like that. I like the fact that it's what I reach for first every single time, without
Yeah.
fail.
Especially if you're like watching TV or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's like forget the crown, forget the TFE4, forget having to screw or unscrew. It's just like the flavor is amazing in this, and the vape is smooth. The airflow is really smooth. They've done a good job. There's a lot of these. It's a turbulent design, and the other two of them nail it. And it's the Avoco and this one. And the Avoco didn't do any work there. Velocity did all that work.
Right.
But the Avoco weeps like crazy. You have to wipe it off constantly.
Does it?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm kind of used to weepy because both of my phenotypes weep pretty bad. But I tell you what, I put this thing. I made a trade for this avocado, and it was. It didn't take me but 2 seconds to actually say yes, because it takes 2 seconds to go from your brain to your mouth. But anyways, I put it to the test. First thing I filled up was Frita. And the flavor in this thing, like you said, Juicy, it's second to none right now on the market. Frita had never tasted so pure.
Love it.
Yep.
And that was the big that was the big test for me, because Frita's my crack. It's on everything, and yeah, this is by far the best flavor. I'm gushing now. I've got nothing else to say.
Dude, the Avocado 24 is going to change my life.
Yeah, the first thing I did
I
with
think
mine
so,
too
too.
was put in my ADV.
Yeah.
It was spot on.
That's what it is. This is the all-day vape for people who like drippers.
It is.
Because it's like, I also love to be a dripper, but man, sometimes you just don't. It's just like having a little 2.5 millimeter reservoir on your dripper, and it's wetter. It's intrinsically wetter. You have to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
Brett's here. Good you can make it, Brett. Sorry, Atlanta
Brett.
traffic sucks balls, but
that does
hope
suck.
you're enjoying your 2 bottles of Frita that you picked up the other day.
Atlanta is like Dallas. It's like all concrete.
Oh, it's
Driving.
fucking awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Well, it's a highway next to a highway connected to a highway.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
I tell
I
you
don't know
what,
if I would
this-
take this on a trip with me, or like if I'm going to be gone for a while.
Really?
But yeah, I don't know.
I do, man.
I would, because I haven't found a tank that I would do so with other than this.
Hi, Steve M.
Hello, Steve.
As far as tanks
Goblin
goes,
Mini.
it is nice. Yeah, it is nice to have one of them. Oh, here's the other thing we forgot to tell you. Well, I did mention this early, and that is that your builds, especially dual coils, get hot as hell, but
Yeah.
never your juice and never your mod. Like,
Right.
I've been vaping on this, and my mod is cold as ice. And this is hot. So I
That was
love
that was another test, was when I put it on my RX, because the RX is notorious for heat transfer to the mod, especially with how I hold it. My hands are so fucking big, I just wrap the whole damn thing. But I even with the avocado, there was no heat transfer, and I was so happy about that.
Yeah,
Yep.
fantastic. These things are great. I can't wait to get a 24.
Which I've almost gone through a full tank since we've been sitting here.
Yeah, I know. And it's funny too, because once I got the first one of these I got that's tanked like this was besides like the Genesis, is the Avoca, or is the Fody. And once I got the Fody, I ordered all 3 of the other ones immediately. I was like, I have to have this. So the Fody.
I almost ordered the
these-
Fody because of you, but then you were raving about the avocado,
Yeah.
and then I got the opportunity to trade for one with my roommate Angelo, and I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, the Fody is my number 2 in this list, and it's equal to the Avoco. Those are both. Yeah, the Fody has good flavor too, and it's easier to fill than the Avoco. The Avoco only doesn't get tied for number 1 because of the horrible filling in the 1.5 mil tank.
Yeah, the capacity, I can see.
And they totally
doing a
stole the
2.5
design from
mil.
someone else too. They don't get to be number 1 because they stole the velocity tank and put a deck and put a tank on the bottom. They stole the top cap, everything. So
Yeah, see, I can put a 1.5 mil in my frickin' temple and rock and roll all, for the 1.5 mil.
and that's the size of the tank on the Avoco.
And that's probably the big con that I would have, because I can vape through 1.5 mil quicker than hell. I mean, we've been sitting here. I finally got
Yeah.
this wicked, close to 7 o'clock your time, half hour in, and I'm getting down on the tank here.
Oh yeah, and 1.5 mil in the Avoco. I'm a standing witness that I can put this in a series box And I could be getting ready to leave the house, fill it up, get ready to leave the house, look at it, and it's empty again.
Yeah, no shit.
So I'm like, so this is the only one that I really go, not sure I'm going to take that. Rhonda's asking about cotton. I use cotton bacon or just Rite Aid organic cotton.
I use either native wicks, which is my first choice. Again, thank you, Jimmy, for hooking me up with that. And I also have, this cotton that comes in the static wire packs, Japanese cotton, basic pads, which is what I use today. I use the Japanese cotton.
Yep. My first choice would probably be Bacon V2 or Kendo. Kendo Japanese cotton.
Kendo.
That's what this is Kendo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And James already showed us the method for making your Kendo last and work better, which is fantastic.
Yes.
I should have done that this time. It works great. It works fantastic. So, geez, we avocadoed out. I really love this thing.
Yeah.
So this is the one tank that's always part of the rotation. Like everywhere I go, I take 2 tanks, and this is always one of them.
Oh, this is the only tank in my rotation right now. I mean, I've got a TFV4. I've got a
atomizers, but it
yeah.
doesn't matter what kind. I always take 2, and then well, with some exceptions. And this is one of the ones that I can actually leave the house with and go to the store, and it works fine. And of course, any dripper you can do that, and of course, any huge tank you can do that. Like the Moonshot, it's okay. It's got 3 mil tank. You can take it out. The TFV4, the Griffin, they've got big tanks. The Monster lasts a long time.
Yep.
But the avocado, it just has such great flavor. And you can the greatest thing about it is that you can build on it so easy, and you can put any build on it. You can put crazy weird builds on it because it's got those 2 mil holes and a big velocity deck with lots of space on it, and big 4 mil wicking holes. So they really did a good job with that deck.
I like the airflow on it too.
I do too. The airflow is extremely, for a design that's that turbulent, the airflow is very smooth, and it's all of the other
very
ones,
smooth.
Yeah, all of the other ones have a less smooth vape. It's why they can't be number 1. And in fact, the Avocado has a smooth vape too, but of course it can't be number 1 because they just stole someone else's design. But the Haze and the Foti are both more turbulent and wetter, and but not the Avocado. It's so smooth, like my Twisted Method.
Yeah, oh my goodness, yeah, it's trying to think.
JT Mudd points out that maybe the Avocado is a 2 mil tank. Maybe it is.
I thought it was 2.5. I'll double check myself.
Oh, it's fine.
But my only bitch that I have with this that I can think of right now is the fact that I like to run single coil, shooting the gap through the posts, and I'm trying to figure out a way to wick properly and be able to do that.
On the Avocado?
Yeah.
You can't really do that.
Yeah, I know.
Besides, a build like that's going to be pretty wet. And it's also not going to wick right, but you should try to figure it out. You might do a skinny one and a parallel. Skinny's not
I was
gonna wick
thinking
right,
I was thinking I could run, like, if I run a 2mm coil and then put in just a little bit thicker of cotton than I usually would and snip it down the middle and then beat it, on either side, maybe. I think I don't think the less is more wicking option would work for that.
Not for that one. Because you need a lot of juice. What am I doing, 60 watts? All right, that's delicious. I love this thing. So what about you guys in chat? What are you guys talking about? Someone said cancer. That's sad.
Cancer is horrible.
I've had a lot of friends die of cancer and relatives.
That's right, Owen. Fuck cancer.
Yep, I agree. Fuck cancer. Any of you guys out there own an avocado, by the way? I forgot to ask. I know some of you guys do. And it's pretty cool. I don't want to make it sound like it's the only tank. It's just that's what we're talking about today. We just absolutely love this one. And I get asked about this constantly by tons of people. And just focusing on it. Just love it. I'm not saying it's the only tank I'm ever going to use again, but like I said, until I get a 24, I carry this around all the time, and every other tank has to compete with this one as far as how good it is. Skeletor and I are talking about only doing our reviews on these tanks because they're so much easier to do juice reviews on, and the flavor is amazing.
Yep.
So like the Avocado and this thing, those are my go-tos. They're really simple and easy. Easy to
No,
build.
I plan on picking up a couple more. Definitely when the 24 comes out, I will have one of those. But I am going to pick up a couple more avocados just because, we are going to be doing the reviews on this. I like to rock a couple of different builds while doing reviews for different heats and coil types and flavor and stuff. So yeah, it's going to happen. I'm really interested in running single coil on that 24 to see if I like it a little better.
Many people are saying they're waiting for the Avocado 24, which you can blame them. They came out with the 22 so quickly, and then we all beta tested it for them, and then showed them they had a fantastic product, and then they fixed the wicking, right?
Right.
Isn't that what happened?
Yep.
Thanks, Geekvape, for making us your beta testers again.
Hey, I don't mind.
Yeah,
I think everybody makes us our beta testers except for Kangertech because they just don't really care.
You're right.
No.
They don't. They simply don't test at all. They just have a product cycle and it just goes through. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Everybody requires us to do it. Yeah, these are killer. Love it. Yeah, so pretty soon here, I'll do a review of the Goon, which is gonna be pretty good. And not the Twisted Messes. I love this little Twisted Messes clone you sent me. It vapes like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Hello,
Oh, yeah.
Avocado. Right now I'm on the Joker from AZ Swag Sauce, and it's really delicious.
Phil asked if you ever got the wood cap for it,
The wood cap.
For
for the avocado.
No, I didn't. I didn't pick that up. I couldn't afford it at the time. They're $30. They look really cool though. They were stabilized wood. They were really beautiful.
Josh C says that he doesn't own an avocado, but he's got a Buddha.
Yeah.
Me too, brother. I've got 2 Buddhas and a
Yeah.
temple, all 30 mil. They are
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, new question. List every RDA you own. No.
Oh,
No,
God.
don't do that. Let's not do
How
that.
about I just take pictures?
Yeah.
I'll take 3 big pictures.
So I got my avocado at Vapor DNA. Where'd
I
you
got
guys get
mine in a
yours?
trade. I got mine in a
Trade.
trade with my roommate.
Trade. So Vapor DNA has them, and you can go to vapecrawler.com and type in an avocado, and let's see. Someone's got them on sale. They go on sale for as low as $22 or something, sometime up to $30. But I think the 24 is the one to get. But I'm a little dubious of that little thing, of the mechanics of that little thing, and I think that wear might not work very long. So
Yeah.
before I wholesale recommend the 24, I'm going to go get one and see, because I have doubt. But I don't have any doubt about the flavor if they didn't redesign the deck.
No, I think as long as they didn't redesign the deck and the top cap, because I think the top cap is where a lot of the flavor comes from because it's domed up like that.
Yeah, and the
Yes.
resistance to the freaking spitback and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
agree.
And it's funny. No matter what build I've had on here, I've always tried the chuff cap, and then I usually put my green third eye or my dot mod drip tip on there. But even when I had the stock chuff on it, I had 0 spitback. Claptons, twisted, basic bitch builds. I've thrown them all through here. No spitback. I absolutely like that.
And
I
the
mean,
parallels are so delicious on that thing. Oh my god.
now, I do like a little bit of spitback because it gives you more flavor, I would think. Like with my, I think the reason why I like the phenotype so much is because of the little bit of spitback that I do get. But yeah, it's banging. All we're doing is gushing now. Ooh, off-topic question. Everybody in the chat, I switched my background a little bit. I moved a little stuff here and there. How does it look?
Looks good.
Just curious. Just curious.
I dig
I like it.
Yeah, me too. I dig it.
The dude sitting beside me would be James Reeves.
Yeah, in case for you guys who don't know, this is Vape AM. We're at Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I'm Juicy Jones, and that's James Reeves and Skeletor Vapes. We're talking about the avocado.
Yep.
And we've already talked all about it. Now we're just shooting the shit for like the next 20 minutes or so.
And Jimmy's got it right. Vapors Cloud for the win. That's right. I love my Vapors Cloud RDAs.
Yeah, totally. Tell you, I can't wait to get another goon. Can't believe I'm saying that.
I can't wait to get one.
It just vapes so great. I keep it on about 1 hole. I'm on 2 right now for some reason. It's too tight. You're too tight. I don't like you. Gonna go. Yummy.
Already empty.
Is it? Is it gone? Yeah, mine's almost gone. And if you put a dual coil in here, like the one I just took out, the dual coil Alien, .22. I mean, I ran that thing at 125 watts all the time. Usually at about 90 or 80. It's fine.
I'm on my PWM about halfway up. A little less than halfway, about 40%.
Yeah. Yeah, I rock at about 30 on mine all the time. Pretty good. I'm at like 60.
Mine's probably about 60 watts or so.
Yeah, that's what I'm at right now. So don't forget to catch us on Instagram and Facebook. We're at Facebook.com/groups/Juicy Jones. And Instagram is Juicy Jones HQ. Mine's James's Instagram is Punk Junior Vapes. And Skeletor's Instagram is Skeletor Vapes. Follow
That's
up.
right.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty good. Yeah, so what else are you guys up to? I want to remind everybody that we have Dimitri on Saturday. You guys have any
that's
questions
gonna
for
be fun.
Dimitri, by the way?
Yeah, actually, I have one question, and that is, what is his inspiration on a daily basis? I mean, I know all of our inspiration to continue vaping is to continue staying off of cigarettes, and he has taken this and he has gone for what is his inspiration every day when he wakes up from the advocacy standpoint, because he is a big advocate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I would just like to know what keeps him rolling every day, because sometimes I get out of bed and as much as I love doing this, it's like, holy cow. And it's
Yeah.
like he just doesn't slow down.
Yeah. I wrote that down. Anybody who has a question, tell me what the question is. We'll ask Dimitri. Can't wait to talk to him. It's going to be Saturday, vaping done to dusk. I love it. I love it. Yeah,
Gonna be a
and
good
right now,
show.
what am I doing? I was vaping the Joker from AZ Swag Sauce here in the Avocado, and it's good.
What's the profile on Joker?
Joker is a strawberry something or other. I did all of these yesterday. Yeah, it's just strawberry cream. And it's okay. I think I like, it tastes really delicious, but I think I like Stifler's Mom a little better, just comparing the two. Because Stifler's Mom is like strawberry butter, and this is like strawberry milk. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And butter is crack, basically equals, equal sign crack. And probably diacetyl. But this is delicious. I'm going to do a real review of all these, probably the little ones at once, and then the big ones. And for the big ones, I get to do a giveaway of 30s of the large ones. And those flavors are, this is pretty cool actually, they're nice people. Those flavors are Cereal Ninja, Sinner's Crunch, and 007. So I'm going to be giving away 30s of those along with the review, which is really cool. And then I'll just do little reviews of the tiny ones. I really like the Joker. Because you know me, I really like strawberry stuff. And it was cool for me to get a couple of different strawberry ones.
Yep.
And the 007 is the peanut butter banana one. And I can't quite detect a lot of peanut butter yet. I mean, I can detect it. But vaping it, it's like a delicious banana vape. I mean, you just vape it, you're like, banana. So it's really good.
I'm all about that cream and milky flavors.
Yeah, I think
Good
you would.
for me.
I think you would like Mother. I think you'd like Stifler's Mom and the Joker. Definitely, you probably like Stifler's Mom better, but the Joker is good. I mean, I think that is the distinction. The distinction between like a milky taste or a creamy taste and a butter taste. Because this isn't as sweet. It's good.
Yeah. My juice doesn't have to be sweet. I just want it to be nice and creamy.
I want you to be creamy, baby. Well, beware Stifler's Mom. This stuff is C-R-A-K. K-R-A-K. In fact, I just carry this around in a bottle. Because I'm a whore. I like the Joker. I'm steeping the Space Boys. It's blueberry. Blueberry strawberry. And it's more strawberry than blueberry, but it's good. It has a pretty good taste. It doesn't have an unpleasant aftertaste, weird aftertaste or anything, which surprised me. Oh, I know why it's weird. I closed the chat window. I was like, where's my chat? Everyone's gone.
SMY is coming out with a new wood box.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
We don't need that. That's their thing, right?
Yeah.
It was part of their bread and butter for a long time.
Oh, the Aspire released their new rebuildable deck for the Cleto.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. What is it like? Is it vertical?
It's a velocity deck.
Oh no, that's impressive. Because the Cleto's pretty cool. I've got the RBA for the Cubus, and I haven't even opened it yet. Actually, I need to do that. Steve M asked about whether I steeped him or not, and I guess you probably didn't see the episode where I unboxed all these, but I unboxed all of these things in my Vape Mail episode Tuesday, and I'll just tell you what I do with all e-juice. All e-liquid that I get, I've always done this. If you send me e-liquid of any kind, I open it, aerate it, close it, shake the piss out of it, and let it sit for at least 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And then I decide whether I like it or whether I'm going to steep it or not. I might vape it or not right then, but I never judge until a whole day has passed. So there are no exceptions to that. Oh, are we talking about beard oil? Yeah, I forgot about the beard oil. In case you guys didn't notice, I got a haircut yesterday, so I'm pretty again. Yay. And my good friend...
So sexy.
Yeah, my good friend Colin, who came over and turned into a vapor. He's the fellow I was talking about a few weeks ago on Vape AM, who converted to vaping. And he's a pro now, has a Rig V2 that he has someone else build for him. Yeah, he's having the vape guys build it for him for now, but I'm going to show him how to build here over the next few months or whatever. And I'm so excited. He may call me today. Anyway, he does hair, and he did me, and I'm so glad. I look so great, and I thank him so much. He's awesome. He's killer. Okay. Rhonda McGee disoiled her beard. That's why I'm doing mine. Yeah.
Nice.
It's important for all the gals to keep their beards oiled. I keep telling
That's
Dawn
right.
to grow a beard. It's not done.
Beards are the new thing.
Yeah. Gal beard. I tell you what, if Dawn grew a beard, it would have to be something extremely, groomed. I don't know about it. I wouldn't want her to be a mountain man like me. Or a mountain woman.
Just tell her to get the Amish thing going like I got.
Yeah, sure. The ring. Yeah.
Yep.
James, I noticed that your beard is coming back strong. You just shaved it off the other day, and it's full.
Well, there's a little story behind it.
It's totally.
I went to trim it, and my guard on my trimmer fell off and zapped me.
Beard accident. Hey, we've all done that, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. All done it. Totally done it. I forgot to pick a Shakespeare insult for today's episode.
Wah wah. Better hurry.
Owen says his first battery drains in a timekeeper. How about I don't know. Footlicker. That's it. Footlicker.
Footlicker.
Mm-hmm. Footlicker. In fact, where's my... Speaking of rigs, where's my rig? I can't wait to get that thing. They sent me a note last week that they were sending the info over to American Vaping Products, and then I presume they put it in the mail last week. It should be here sometime this week. Oh, I'm so excited. Love this, guys. It's going to be white.
No, you should get it within 2 days when they put it in the mail.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
I would presume so, but it's been a little while. Let's see what's going on.
How do you keep your mustache from not being moist while vaping, Juice?
I don't. It gets moist. When vape comes out of your ear, when vape comes out of your
ear.
nose,
Wow.
yeah, when vape comes out of your nose, it condenses on your mustache. So what I do is
That's weird.
Yeah, what I do is constantly wipe my fucking mustache off with my shamag. You see me do it in videos constantly. But that's a thing. And one other thing I do is I trim my mustache.
A 5-pack of notch coils at Fast Tech, $6.56.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cheap. That's good. I like that. Foot liquor sounds like a bad e-juice. That's awesome. I'm gonna name one of my DIYs Foot Liquor. 'Cause that's freaking good.
Right above that, vaping
Notch
for
coils.
beginners says don't drink foot liquor.
Yeah.
I'm sharing your screen to the world.
Oh, I just clicked off. I'll put it back up. There we go.
Shut your floating Skype window.
Oh, whoops.
Cool. Notch coils, huh? And so those are ostensibly just half ohm coils you can put in anything, right? With low. Are these going to be the new thing? Do we need to get some
They're
of
like
these?
0.2. I really want to try them.
0.2.
I saw 'em.
Yeah.
Oh, 0.25.
0.25. Yeah.
So you got to use 2 of them, and it's going to be 0.12
Something like that. Yeah.
in a dual coil. So they're made for single coils, huh?
Sounds like it.
You know, they're too wide, I bet. But if you can see,
They're like 5 millimeter hole. Yeah, they're humongous. So they're not going to fit in everything.
oh, you're right about that. They'll fit in the freaking avocado.
Yep.
I tell you,
Yeah, they're 5 millimeter diameter inner diameter.
that's crazy big.
Yes.
Wow, those are cool. I'm very interested. I should order some of those, and then put them in stuff. It seems like those are going to burn through juice real fast.
Yep.
At 5
I still want to try
millimeters.
one.
5 millimeters may disqualify them from the avocado because one of the things about it is that 3 you just can't. You just have to make sure that you're not requiring more juice than is capable of wicking through a 4 millimeter hole below it. You know. So that's interesting.
I'm reading in chat here.
Yeah, they're talking about beards and stuff. You got to trim your beard. Make sure you trim your beard. When I don't trim it, I feel guilty. So, everybody in chat, thank you guys for watching the show. We're just looking at stuff on sale here.
Yeah.
Homie is just.
We haven't done a look what's on sale in a while.
Yeah, you're right.
Have,
You're absolutely right. I've been too busy doing other less interesting things. Ooh, I'm cute. Look at me, looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's the stuff. I have an idea here.
uh-oh. That's scary.
There we go. Now we can see me. And you're surfing. The rouleaus are $40 on there. Oh my god, so my friend Colin, who was doing my hair yesterday, he had an E-leaf Pico. It was awesome. It was totally
Yes.
great.
I kind of really want one.
Oh, it was totally great. That little bump on top is to make sure it has room for an 18650 so it stays small.
Yep.
And it felt great in the hand. It was absolutely tiny. He had just an Aspire tank on it or something. You know, it's the kind of thing where you'd put a little tank on it like a Moonshot or even something like a Griffin to be fine. But it really felt good. I don't think
We've got them at the store, and I took a picture of it with one of my Goblin Minis on it. Oh, so good.
Yeah. And I don't think it's necessarily better than the Mini Volt. But the nice thing about that little E-leaf is that it's, you know, it's fully regulated. It's got adjustments that are a little bit easier than the Mini Volt. That's cool. They got presses. What date are we looking at, by the way? Just general?
Yeah, I just clicked on variable wattage.
Oh,
variable
there's
voltage.
that
mods.
SMY mod. Will you click on that?
Yeah, let me find it.
In the chat, they're saying they like the Pico too. And I was in the middle of
Yeah.
saying, thank all you guys. We love all you guys. Thanks for watching the show. We're going to be going here for another 10 minutes or so. And we're just looking for deals and stuff. And say anything you want to say. Ask us some questions if you want. I want to thank all you guys. Robbie, Ryan, Steve, all the Vapors guys. I see Yeti's uncle. I see Lies. Josh, all you guys. Thank you. Adam's here. Thanks. You guys are great.
I don't see
Definite.
that on my mod.
I thought I saw that scroll down a little bit. It said wood. It was on the right side, and maybe I misread it because it was kind of quick. Oh, the Vape mod Spartan's 300 watt. Oh, click on the Vape mod Spartan 300 watt, please. You see that mod? It's right below my head there. Authentic Vape Mod Spartans 300 watt TC variable watt APV box mod.
I'll find it in a second.
It's far right top. That's it. So that right there, I'm getting one of those soon. It should be here this
Oh,
week.
cool. Oh, that's the 300 watt one. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I was asking you about 300 watts. So that's going to be here this week, and we'll see.
Look at that, 3 batteries.
Yeah.
I think their batteries are a little messed up. I don't think they'll work.
They look like they're just made of 3D printed plastic to me, but I could be wrong. I love the wraps.
Yeah.
Wraps look good. It's a render, man. So we'll see how this thing goes. We've only seen renders, so I have no idea how the build quality is or anything, and I'll do a first look on VapeAM, obviously.
It looks cool. Look at that.
Yeah, I got no problem with the look and
Dig it.
whether
You
it's
got the
300
buttons
watts
there
or
on the
not.
side.
Yep. I'm remotely optimistic. I think that that any mini RDA is going to look good on that. I think big ones like the Monster and the German and stuff like that are going to look real bad on that. But imagine the Moonshot or whatever. And that tank that it comes with is that's cool. The tank that it comes with has a ceramic coil. So, and I think it goes up to about 70 watts, 60 watts. I asked the guy when they sent it to me. And I'll have more information about that. So that's coming. That'll be here this week. I'm dubious about needing that many watts. But,
Yeah.
I mean, what would I vape on comfortably at 250 watts, you know?
Well, there's some builds that I push 200 watts on my RX just because I need it for ramp up time, but
Okay. They have some of the stuff we've been seeing lately. It's all the fashionable stuff.
Yep.
The Pressa, the Sigeli 213. Click on the Sigeli 213 if you don't mind. It's on the left side there.
I don't mind. I was looking at that too.
Love the look of that. Do they have a
I
moonshot
do
on
too.
it? Yeah, I would vape that
Yeah.
all day long.
That's the stainless steel black.
Yeah.
That's the only one that they have. I want the black on the gunmetal, I think.
Yeah, that thing is cool. I like that.
I might actually get one of those.
ooh, I finally caught up. That is pretty cool looking.
Yeah. So have you guys seen the Raphael X with a neutral post?
No.
It has a neutral post. So you can put 4 half ohm coils on it, and the result is a half ohm build.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I understand it, but barely, to be honest. I'm like, whoa.
Yep. It's
So-
got a neutral post in the middle.
And so it's pretty exciting. I saw a quad coil on it, and I was like, oh, that's a half ohm? Wow. Like, that's going to be a nice battery saver. Or not. Yeah, I wish I'd gotten the Sigeli 213 also. It's a little bit gone by. When did they add that, by the way, if you don't mind? Does it say on there?
It's on pre-order. I don't see.
Maybe I should do that. The guys who have those, every time I see them, I'm like, that looks fine. You're right about the gunmetal, though. I don't think the shiny's good for me. It'll scratch up. Someone's asking if the Cuboid Mini is still costs more than the Cuboid regular, and yeah, I think so, because it's like 40 something, 49 or something. JT Munn's gonna pick up one of these 213s. It's good.
Let's go back to the front and see if they have. Oh no! Wait a minute. That was something that I.
Yeah, my friend that got that iStick Pico gave up his he gave up his using his Evic Mini, and I was like, that seems weird. Like the Pico's great, but it's not that much smaller than the Evic Mini. But
I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of this.
Simui. It's Simui. SMY. So why, guys? Why?
Oh,
I
it's
guess-
wood tone zinc alloy.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
Wood tone?
wood tone. It's probably hydro dipped zinc alloy.
I don't know
Maybe.
if I'd want to hold that on a regular basis.
So it looks like a trigger only grip there, right?
Yep. No, the button's right here on the front. It's just got a weird little protruding thing in the back.
Oh, it's like a beaver tail.
Yeah. For your hand. I don't know. I'll remain open to it. I'm actually a slight SMY fan because I own the 60 TC Mini. It was a very good mod, but most of their mods are not that good. They make one of the best DNA 200s, but
Oh, the button lights up.
groovy. But you have to. The thing about SMY is that sometimes they nail it, sometimes they don't. You have to. Sometimes you miss a generation. You have to. You're throwing the dice sometimes with those guys. You can't really screw up a DNA 200, and what they did was it was simple. They just came out with one later and then put a real battery in it because a few people complained. So everyone did that too. They're not unique that way. Everybody who had the reviews done replaced their batteries with something better pretty fast after all that happened.
This is a DNA 75. I didn't notice that.
Oh, well, that has a lot more. That's a lot more interesting to me.
Yep.
$100. That's the price.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shrink you down. Let's get prepared to stop here.
Yep.
That is cool. I like that one. Let's put a pin in that one. Although I don't love the wood tone.
No.
No, I don't either. But okay. There's the DNA 40, DNA 200. What's so bells and whistles about the DNA 75?
What do you mean bells and whistles? It's the same as the DNA 200, except it's 75 watts. That means it's really going to be 75 watts, and when you plug it in, you can do all the same shit you can with your DNA 200.
So it's still got the eScribe software and all the customizations and stuff like that?
You can turn your sharing off if you want to.
They are making it for... let me figure out how to do that. They're making it for like the high-enders. That way you can use a single 18650 or a 26650 in a mod instead of having to run a LiPo or two 18650s or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they designed the chip from the beginning to be usable with other batteries. That was one of their specs from the very beginning. And now slowly, we knew this was going to happen last fall when they came out with the DNA 200. Now, hitting the market are all the other variations, and their newest chip is the 75. And it uses 26650s and 18650s in better ways. I think the reason they came up with the 75 is that it took them a while to get the 26650s dialed in. I believe, just technically, but just a guess. But I really love all these chips, and this is going to be the year of the 26650.
Yeah, we said that last year, and this year it seems to really be coming to fruition.
Yeah, because we're actually seeing products now, and we have better batteries. They worked on it a little bit. They're still working on better batteries, but now they're hitting the market. Freaking Home Tech came out with their little 26650. There's 2 or 3 more at least, plus that one. HSIG, all of them.
Wismic. Everybody's coming out with 18650 mod now.
Yeah. And Lost Boy Soul points out, I forgot to mention this, is that the reason for the DNA chip is that it's a DNA chip. When you press that button, you know it's 75 watts.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
That's like the thing. I mean, I don't know. I can't stress enough how my DNA 200 is my benchmark in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to put 100 watts on it and only get 88.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to get a hold of DNA 200 big time, is because of the fact that I need that staple,
James just made a funny Conqueror joke.
I heard it.
I figured Juicy would get that one.
Yeah. Fucking the Conqueror is the new 88 watt. I told them they should change it to the, what did I say, the Vaping 88? Like,
yeah.
the Stout 88. It's an 88 watt mod. It says 100. And Phil Basardo was like, yeah, I mean, my graph says 88 because it didn't actually register. It stays at 100 so short a time. My oscillator didn't even, it just cuts it off like a rounding error. It is so short. So it's an 88 watt mod. Jesus. It looks cool, though. Yeah, that's what happened with the DNA. The DNA drew the line and said the number that you put on there has to be real. And, like your Sigelli or your Snow Wolf 200, not 200 watts. Your K-Box 200, not 200 watts. There's a lot of mods like that.
A lot of people just still, with as much as we say this, a lot of people still don't realize that a dual 18650 mod is not going to give you a true 200 watts.
Nope.
No, it will not. It can give you 151, even 100, even more. But yeah. Somebody's asking, so a lot of people are interested in 26650 mods or not, and people are asking about the batteries. And for the batteries, all you have to do is Google search Mooch 26650, and you'll find his report about which ones are good.
Yep.
And off the top of my head, the ones he likes the best are the AWTs and the weird brand whose name I never remember, and the Monkeys, which are these orange ones I've got. And so go check out those Mooch reports. And we did an episode of Vape AM about this a while ago. I forget which one, but it might be in there. And Mooch 26650. And they're improving batteries too. Some people are coming out with new ones. You know, just like Home Tech came out with the Home Life and Home Work batteries, they're also coming out with some 26650s. They're supposed to be a little bit better. And like I said, those 2 or 3 batteries, their 26650s, are slightly better. And if you watch Phil Basardo's most recent video, he actually goes over the Conqueror. And at the end of the video, he has a thing where he has all of the best 26650s right there in a row and uses them all in there. You'll see for yourself with your own eyes which ones are good and bad. That was a cool part of the video, I thought.
Yes.
Did you see that, James?
Yes.
Yeah, they're really good. It was a really good thing, and I was surprised which battery was best too, because I was like, oh, that's not what we thought. It was the rewrap one.
Yep. And by the way, if anybody's thinking of getting the Beyond Vape Centurion, the
88
black
watt mod.
and red battery does come with it.
Oh, does it?
It does.
Oh, well, that's a plus. That's a plus. I mean, to be quite honest, it being an 88 watt mod is fine. I mean, if it said 75 watts and it really did 75 watts all the time, I'd be fine with that. And I think it does do that.
I almost grabbed the one out of the case and put the battery in it and tested it myself.
Right. Right. I'm still interested. It's interesting. Yeah, still. So,
Yep.
that's what I did. I went out, when I got my 26650 mod, I did all my research and Googled, and I got the Monkey ones because I found authentic ones pretty cheap. But I'm going to get some AWTs because, and some of those other ones that you talked about, those red ones, just because I'm going to get some single battery mods here this year. It's going to be great. I need to get some more 18650s too because of the stupid, the mods coming in that use them. Another mod that uses 3 batteries. So in addition to the Rouleau, I need another set of batteries for that thing, for the Spartan. Hellfish tells me that he's vaping right now. Yeah.
Gotta love technology.
Well, this is fun. I'm going to stick around and chat with you guys a little bit more in the chat there. But let's wrap the show up. This has been a fun avocado show. I love my avocado.
Avocado all the time.
We're going to look at other stuff. Saturday is Dimitri right here at Vaping Dawn to Dusk with Polish Vapes UK. And this has been Vaping, or Vape AM, whatever I call it.
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, it's been fun. Juicy, thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah.
James, thank you for being here. And definitely to everybody in the chat, thank you very much for showing up and interacting with us, because it's always a fun time every Tuesday and Thursday morning.
Yes.
I'm having a blast. I'm still having a blast. Remember, everybody, kick cigarettes, vape on, and stay cloudy.
Heck yeah. What about you, James? Want to say goodbye?
Yeah, just thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks for having me on.
Your coil is great, by the way.
Awesome. Thank
It's
you.
delicious. Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. Okay, guys, have a great day. We're going to vape out. We love you. Thanks for watching the show.
Peace out, everybody.
Thank you.